Hello, welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks. My name's Ranj, and tonight I will be giving you the picks for Korean K-League 1 matches for round 6 that are happening tomorrow, Sunday, June 14th. Earlier today there was some K-League action. Where is it? I didn't do so hot. Is this today? Yeah. I went on the day. Yeah, all 4 of these were today. I had a push, a loss, a push, and a loss. So I am 0-2-2 on round 6. So I need to win these 2 so I can have a 2-2-2 record for the weekend. Okay. Let's get right into this. All right. At 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, we have Daegu hosting FC Seoul. Now, Daegu comes into this ranked number 8 on the table with a record of 1 win, 3 draws, and 1 loss. Surprisingly, they are the favorite. Must be because they're at home, but they're at a even number, plus 100. They're taking on FC Seoul, who comes into this number 7 on the table with a record of 2 wins, 0 draws, and 3 losses. Yet they are the underdog, even though they have a better record. Well, no, they don't really. But they're the underdog at plus 265. Last season, Daegu finished number 4 with a record of 12 wins, 14 draws, 7 losses. Seoul, they finished number 3 with a record of 15 wins, 9 draws, 9 losses. So Seoul did finish a little bit better last year. But, and hey, look, if you, like I said, it's at, the money line's at plus 265. If you want to buy a half a goal, you can, but it's going to cost you, that brings it to a minus 130. So you got to pay the juice on that sucker. The draw is set at plus 215. The totals, 2.5, with the over at minus 105 and the under minus 115. Paying juice either way. Okay, let's take a look at the last match for Daegu. Was a win at Songnam, the Magpies. Excuse me. And that was a 1-2 win. For Seoul, they took a loss. It was expected though. It was against Jeonbuk. I gotta change this marker. It's starting to get smudgy. The tip gets crushed a little bit. That's what happens. Oh yeah, it's much better. Jeonbuk, and that was 1-4. They didn't only lose; they got embarrassed. Head to head, Seoul has had these guys. Let's see. Okay, chronologically, we have back in June 22nd of 2019, Seoul won 1-2. Then August 2nd of 2019, Seoul won 2-1. And then most recently, December 1st, there was a 1-1 draw. There's their last 3 head-to-head matches. Now, the players to look out for, as you know, as I mentioned, this win, I didn't mention it, I'm going to mention it now. This win against the Magpies last week was their first win. Those 2 goals, they won 1-2. Those 2 goals were the first 2 goals of the entire season. One of them was scored from, both goals were scored from Edgar Silva from Daegu. Edgar Silva is Brazilian. He's got both scores. He is number 9. Okay, so the player to look for at Seoul, his name is Chan Hee Han. Chan Hee Han. He's got a goal for on the year. He wasn't in the top 15. He is number 25 for Seoul. Daegu, besides Silva, they have a national team player, not sure who it is, and 3 other foreigners aside from Silva. Seoul, they have 3 national team players and 4 foreigners. I'm not sure if Chan Hee Han is a national team player, but he's definitely native Korean. Okay, so my choice in this game, despite what the odds are saying, I'm going with, I know they've had a kind of a rough time against like tough teams, Jeonbuk, and Daegu is not, they're decent, but I gotta take FC Seoul. I just think they're gonna have enough to do it, and I like the plus 265 on the money line. I'm taking them individual bet. Now, if I parlay it, I'll probably take the plus 1/2 just in case it draws. I have a better chance of winning that parlay. The final score for Daegu versus Seoul, I got it. I'm gonna say 1-2. Now Edgar Silva, he's a player prop bet right there. He's the only person that scored on their entire team all this season. Seoul, obviously, well, not obviously, because Jeonbuk's good, but their defense has been lackluster all season. I don't have to pull up the SOFA score until the last 5 games, but yeah, they've got 3 losses out of their last 5. They're just they're gonna score against, but they will come out the winners just like they did against who'd they beat? No, they lost to Gwangju. That was one of their losses, but they beat a decent team just recently, like a week or 2 ago. I'm not gonna dig it out, but I got Seoul. Moving on. This is like a reserve league, League 2 match right here. Both these guys came from the relegation. They got promoted last year. They were both League 2. Okay, we have the Griffins from Gwangju, number 10 on the table, and they are hosting Busan IPark, number 11 on the table. The table has only 12 teams. Number 12 is Incheon United, who lost. I picked that game right. No, I didn't. They lost to Jeonbuk 1-0. I had Jeonbuk plus or covering a goal and a half. A loss is a loss. I didn't win. So yeah, Incheon United, they lost, but I lost the bet because I had Jeonbuk covering a goal and a half, and they only covered 1. Anyway, back to this game. Gwangju comes into this 1 win, 1 draw, 3 losses. They are the underdog at home at plus 180. Okay, Busan, they come into this winless. 0 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses. Yeah, they're the favorite. It's a plus money favorite. But they're the favorite at plus 155. Don't ask me how they're winless. They have, but you know what? So is Gwangju up until last week. Last week they had their first victory. It was a win at Suwon. And that was 0-1. Okay. For Busan, their last match was a draw versus Sangju Sangmu, which was Sangju City, whatever. That's the military team. They had a draw 1-1 against them. You got to remember, both these teams are from League 2. Last year in League 2, at the end of the season, Gwangju finished the table number 1. Busan finished number 2. I just thought I'd add that in there. They respect last year. They both Gwangju finished with 21 wins, 10 draws, 5 losses. Busan 18 wins, 13 draws, 5 losses. That's what differentiated the 1 and 2 positions. Okay, so the Griffins, their player to look for, again, he was the star last season. He had 19 scores. His name, he's Brazilian, so he does that single first name. He goes by the one name, Felipe. But his entire name is Felipe de Souza Silva. He is not related to Edgar Silva. Just that happens to be just a popular name in Brazil. Felipe has 1 score on the season this year, and he is number 9. You got to remember, Gwangju was winless up until last week. Felipe did score that 1 score that they have. Okay, Gwangju was actually scoreless till last week. Busan, they, on the other hand, their top guy is to look out for. Ooh. My bad. I didn't do head-to-head matches. Let me do that right now because Gwangju didn't win any. Last 3 head-to-head matches, which they both did play each other last year 3 times because they were both in League 2. We have, okay, May 12th last year, there was a 1-1 draw. Then August 17th last year, there was a 1-1 draw. And then most recently, September 23rd, Busan IPark beat the Griffins 3-2. And that was in Busan. So there you have that. Now back to the player to watch. His name, he's been on the board before. His name is Jong Hyap. Are you what?
I'm laughing at you. How's it spelled?
Hyeop.
Yep.
Jong Hyap Lee.
Jung Hyuk Lee.
Jong Hyuk Lee. He's got 2 scores on the season.
Yep.
He is number 18. Aside from him, they have 3 national team players and 4 foreign. Okay. Gwangju, they have 2 national team players and 4 foreign. Okay, so there's the talent. Now for my pick, okay, Busan has yet to win a game, but they're favored. I don't get it because Gwangju has a better record. They finished better last season. They're at home, yet they're the underdog at plus 180. I know they've been having trouble scoring this year. Their only scorer is Felipe. He's got 1. Busan, they have a couple. They have this Jong Hyuk Lee. They also have that yeah, like there's a Brazilian guy in Busan IPark. I think it's Romulo or Romulo. I don't know. But it has the little point over the O. It has that accent that looks like a arrow over the O. So I was at the O, or is it Romulo? 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 I will stop talking. But he's also on Busan IPark. So, I mean, if you Google, just look up Romulo or Romulo, where art thou, Romulo? I will stop. But anyway, I'm taking Gwangju in this match on the money line. I mean, there's, like I said, both these teams are scraping the bottom of the barrel. They're competing with Incheon United on who can be the worst. These two and Incheon, and like I said, this is like a relegation match. It's a League 2 match. It's a reserve match, pretty much. But I have Gwangju, I have the Griffins, because they're at home. Plus that the money line's better. The draw is a definite play, considering 2 of their last 3 matches ended in a draw, and when you have 2 lousy teams playing each other, it's very likely that it could be a draw. So the draw is a play on itself. I'm going to put probably half unit on the draw and half unit money line for Gwangju. Wonder if I can get that. Wonder if they have the spread. It's just a pick 'em, the pick 'em, it drops it like a pick 'em means like if you like right here pick 'em, it's minus 110 for Gwangju and plus minus
Daddy, did you have ice cream today?
115. No, I did not have ice cream today. 115 for Busan. But that just means if you take the pick'em, if it draws, you don't lose your money. It's a push. And in a parlay, the parlay still stays alive. It just reduces the payout. So that being said, I'm still taking Gwangju money line. If I put that match into a parlay, which I will, because I always do, that's when I'll use the pick'em choice selection for that game. So, and I think this is going to be a low scoring game. I really think it's going to draw at like clean sheet 0-0 or 1-1. But for the sake of I have Gwangju winning, I'll put 1-0. That's my prediction for that game. That would be the under 2.5. All right, so there you have it. Let's recap. Time check. No, Nora?
No.
Oh, well, anyway. To recap, I've got FC Seoul going into Daegu, beating them. I got it going over 2.5 total. And then I've got Gwangju Griffins at home beating Busan IPark, or tying them. It's going to be, like I said, it's going to be a low scoring affair, but I got them winning 1-0. It's going to be under the 2.5. There you have it. So gather the info, place the bets, and cash those tickets. Thanks for watching. Be sure if you just happen to stumble across this video, go ahead and subscribe, because you're going to love this channel. I make videos every day, just about. Sometimes twice. Yet last night I made 3. Whew. But I do take days off too. So but they're daily-ish. I do like 5 a week on average. I skip like a day or 2. So 5 a week on average. So hit that bell. click subscribe, hit the thumbs up. I always love that. Go ahead, leave a comment. I read all of them. Thanks for watching. Good luck on your bets, and I will see you next episode.